not blaming the people who are throwing their notes in the air, running down the school steps. I'm blaming the system that's not making school fun and entertaining, and it should be a place where you are trained to become a lifelong learner.
Yeah.
Where some infusion of curiosity, you get bitten by a curiosity bug, and then when you walk down the steps, you say, wait a minute, I don't want to leave school. I want to stay. Or if I have to leave school because I graduated, let me find other ways to continue to stay enlightened throughout my life. Otherwise, you get ossified in one way of thinking with one a dimension of information or facts or insights, and then you're stuck there and you think that's the world, and it's not.
It's not, but let's put this into perspective. Think about the budget for the homeless. Think about the budget for the military. Now let's think about the budget that a school has to work with. And think about the fact that you have to take 40 kids who may not have been paying attention most of their life, and then all of a sudden you catch them when they're 14. Good luck. I mean, you got a lot of momentum behind them of them hating school.
A lot of negative momentum.
A lot of like maybe bored, disenfranchised teachers who've been teaching these kids are not into it, and then their hormones are kicking in, so they can't pay attention to anything anyway.
Yeah, it's easy for me to make these statements, but I'm not the one in the trenches there, especially in those middle schools where hormones are riding everything.
Right when they start popping, the kids don't know what to do with them. Like, imagine your whole life.
This is not the time to learn physics. I got to worry about my body. Whatever.
And then just trying to get 40 kids or however many is in the typical classroom to pay attention to the same thing at the same time and to be interested in the same thing at the same time. There's a lot of intelligent kids that get left by the wayside because school, for whatever reason, doesn't jive with the way they learn things. It doesn't mean that they're not smart.
Well, I think we have similar, each of us, you and I, have similar challenges in a theater audience, right? Now, you have the advantage that they're all fans, so they know where you're coming from when you do a stand-up routine. But still, there's 1,000 people or more who are different from each other. Some are old, some are young, some are left, some are right, politically. And you thread that, and I think you thread it brilliantly. You get people with you, and you get them to want to listen to you. So part of what I glean from people's reactions to my Twitter posts was that how you thought about that? I didn't know that. Oh, I thought what I posted was funny, but nobody laughed. That's useful information to me, okay? I want to know if I'm succeeding or not in what words I choose, what phrases, what ideas, what topics. And by the way, those touch points have evolved over the years. I've done this, a purposeful experiment. I took an identical tweet and just retweeted it 5 years after I first did it. And reactions are different.
Because of the time?
The times have changed. Yeah. That's correct. Yeah. And so if I want to stay effective as an educator, I will never want them to meet me at the chalkboard or whatever the boards are made of today. Because what is that? You're professor. Professor Neil is facing the chalkboard, drawing on the board, and you either get him or you don't.
Right.
Okay? But that person cannot claim to be an educator.